All right, guys, quick video, but this is a mindset video. So for some of those that are working with me now or in the future, this would be a good one to have. And yeah, I'm at the gym because a lot of this training is for your mind, but I say make savage the body, make civil the mind. All right, guys, so quick thing is we're gonna talk about broke or fixed mentality versus growth mentality or abundance. With a broke or a fixed mentality, you look at something as it is, that's how it's set, there we go. Hourly wage earners, for example, would be a fixed, right? I make XYZ an hour, and that's what I make per year. There's only so many deals to be done per day. This is the traffic that we had. That's the situation, you know, I call it fixed as far as a fixed value, but it's kind of a broke mindset because you're just really not thinking in abundance. You're thinking like a broke person. The alternative of that is to have an abundance or a growth mindset. Okay, I make XYZ an hour, but I have the ability to increase that with bonuses or getting a promotion or a side hustle, right? For our organization, you have the ability to have a raise that is effective the minute you are in sales. With a commission structure, you have a raise that you can give yourself and it's effective immediately the minute you are. So that's a growth mindset. Traffic's slow, a fixed mindset says, well, it was a slow traffic day. A growth mindset has already been planting the seeds to grow and be able to have people come in from outside or people in your sphere of influence buy from you and buy that product. But the key is with a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset also looks at things as kind of like there's so many pieces of the pie, right? Whether it's pizza pie or an apple pie, there's 8 slices. So if John gets a slice, there's only 7 left. There's only so much to go around. Where a growth mindset looks at things as like a garden. Whatever I plant, right? Whatever I sow, so shall I reap. And that's where you go out there and you plant the seeds. And that comes back into the last part. What's key to really have a growth mindset is to do the work. Your brain knows if you're trying to lie and cheat yourself. You can lie and cheat to other people for a period of time, but eventually time will either promote you or it will expose you. So with a growth mindset, it's key to not lie to yourself because then your brain just won't believe you. You'll be like, no, you're full of crap and I'm really not gonna try to help you. With a growth mindset, when you look at a situation, you see it as it could be and seeing what you could do. So when you say, I can't afford this, that's a fixed mindset. That's a broke mentality. When you say, how can I afford this? Your mind starts going to work. The next step is, okay, if I execute these processes, then I should have these results that will allow me to afford this. That's a that's a growth mindset, an abundance mentality, right? Not just naming it and proclaiming it like, I'm gonna have a Bugatti next year, I proclaim. Right, that's bull crap, right? And that's you see a lot with social gurus doing that right now. You have to say what you want your goal to be, then figure out what that daily process is gonna be, and then execute it. And your subconscious and your brain will start to really help you out with that. So remember that. With sales, it's a great thing. So the part of it though, really, the law that you have to obey is the law of the farm. And what is that? You can't trick the farm law, right? If you ignore, for example, I know a lot of you guys have not been on a farm, but for example, if you don't plant your crops in the spring, there's not gonna be anything to harvest in the fall. You could talk about how you worked so hard and yeah, we really been planting. But if you didn't plant it, out in July, we're gonna look around and say, I don't see anything growing in the field. Oh, it's just a late bloomer. I got this deal in the funnel. And then fall comes and you're starving to death in winter and you deserve to because you didn't do the work, right? If a man don't work, a man shouldn't eat, all right? Woman too, get to work. If you didn't milk your cows, if you're a dairy farmer, they would die. You can't milk them one day a week. It's consistent effort. So the law of the farm is doing the work consistently, sometimes not having the crops right away, but planting and then taking care of and being consistent. So when it's harvest time, your work shows up, right? When it's bonus day, your work shows up, right? You have to do things consistently. You can't talk your way out of it, right? You can't talk your way out of a situation that requires behavior. Right? I always tell people on the bad side, you can't talk your way out of a situation that you behaved yourself into. You have to behave yourself out of it. There's a lot you can't talk yourself into success. You have to behave yourself into success. So going back to that mindset though, figure out what mindset you want. If you just want to be a fixed $1 hour person, this isn't the place for you. But there are other places that would be, right? A little less stress. But if you have a growth mindset and an abundance mindset, great. Your brain will start thinking, but you got to back it up with the actual work, or your brain will realize you're just full of crap. And when you lie to yourself and you lose trust in yourself, then it all goes downhill from there. But if you back it up with the work, and even if your process is a little bit off, your brain realizes you're still trying to do things, and it works to find solutions. It works to grow. It works to get better, and then that makes your process better. And then you add in counsel and coaches and good mentors, whether it's here, if you want to work, or if you're at the gym, for example, and you want to get in better shape, whatever area of your life, then your brain starts to figure out, how can I? You start doing the work, and then you get the feedback, right? You plan, you do, you check and adjust, you make adjustments, and the next thing you know, there you are. So let's go out there and have a growth mindset for the rest of the month and an abundance mentality, and start getting our mind right, getting our processes and our behaviors going, and cut out the stuff that's holding us back and do more of the stuff that's helping us. All right, guys, let's go kill it.